You should all be very proud that this is the Wellesley spirit. Now I know your first choice today was Alice Walker. Guess how I know? Known for the color purple. Instead you got me known for the color of my hair. Alice Walker's book has a special resonance here. At Wellesley, each class is known by a special color. For 4 years the class of '90 has worn the color purple. Today you meet on Severance Green to say goodbye to all of that. To begin a new and a very personal journey, to search for your own true colors. In the world that awaits you, beyond the shores of Lake Waban, no one can say what your true colors will be. But this I do know, you have a first-class education from a first-class school. And so you need not, probably cannot, live a paint-by-numbers life. Decisions are not irrevocable. Choices do come back. And as you set off from Wellesley, I hope that many of you will consider making 3 very special choices. The first is to believe in something larger than yourself, to get involved in some of the big ideas of our time. I chose literacy because I honestly believe that if more people could read, write, and comprehend, we would be that much closer to solving so many of the problems that plague our nation and our society. And early on I made another choice, which I hope you'll make as well. Whether you are talking about education, career, or service. You're talking about life, and life really must have joy. It's supposed to be fun. One of the reasons I made the most important decision of my life. To marry George Bush, is because he made me laugh. It's true, sometimes we've laughed through our tears. But that shared laughter has been one of our strongest bonds. Find the joy in life, because as Ferris Bueller said on his day off, life moves pretty fast. And ya don't stop and look around once in a while, ya gonna miss it? I'm not going to tell George you clapped more for Ferris than you clapped for George. The third choice that must not be missed is to cherish your human connections. Your relationships with family and friends. For several years, you've had impressed upon you the importance to your career of dedication and hard work. And of course, that's true. But as important as your obligations as a doctor, a lawyer, a business leader will be. You are a human being first. And those human connections with spouses, with children, with friends. Are the most important investments you will ever make. At the end of your life, you will never regret not having passed one more test. Winning one more verdict, or not closing one more deal. You will regret time not spent with a husband, a child, a friend, or a parent. We are in a transitional period right now, fascinating and exhilarating times. Learning to adjust to changes and the choices we, men and women, are facing. As an example, I remember what a friend said. On hearing her husband complain to his buddies that he had to babysit. quickly setting him straight. My friend told her husband that when it's your own kids, it's not called babysitting. Now maybe we should adjust faster. Maybe we should adjust slower. But whatever the era 20, whatever the era, whatever the times, one thing will never change. Fathers and mothers, if you have children, they must come first. You must read to your children. And you must hug your children, and you must love your children. Your success as a family, our success as a society. Depends not on what happens in the White House, but on what happens inside your house. For over 50 years. It was said that the winner of Wellesley's annual hoop race would be the first to get married. Now they say, the winner will be the first to become a CEO. Both of those stereotypes. Show too little tolerance for those who want to know where the mermaids stand. So I want to offer a new legend, the winner of the hoop race will be the first to realize her dream, not society's dreams, her own personal dream. And who knows? Somewhere out in this audience may even be someone who will one day follow in my footsteps. And preside over the White House as the president's spouse, and I wish him well. Well, the controversy ends here. But our conversation is only beginning. And a worthwhile conversation it has been. So as you leave Wellesley today, take with you deep thanks for the courtesy and the honor you have shared with Mrs. Gorbachev and with me. Thank you. God bless you. And may your future be worthy of your dreams. Barbara Jordan. Statement on the Articles of Impeachment. Delivered July 25, 1974, House Judiciary Committee. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I join my colleague Mr. Rangel in thanking you for giving the junior members of this committee the glorious opportunity of sharing the pain of this inquiry. Mr. Chairman, you are a strong man. And it has not been easy, but we have tried as best we can to give you as much assistance as possible. Earlier today, we heard the beginning of the preamble to the Constitution of the United States, we, the people. It's a very eloquent beginning. But when that document was completed on the 17th of September in 1787, I was not included in that we, the people. I felt somehow for many years that George Washington and Alexander Hamilton just left me out by mistake. But through the process of amendment, interpretation, and court decision, I have finally been included in we, the people. Today I am an inquisitor. And hyperbole would not be fictional and would not overstate the solemnness that I feel right now. My faith in the Constitution is whole, it is complete, it is total. And I am not going to sit here and be an idle spectator to the diminution. The subversion, the destruction, of the Constitution. Who can so properly be the inquisitors for the nation as the representatives of the nation themselves? The subjects of its jurisdiction are those offences which proceed from the misconduct of public men. One, and that's what we're talking about. In other words, the jurisdiction comes from the abuse or violation of some public trust. It is wrong, I suggest, it is a misreading of the Constitution for any member here. To assert that for a member to vote for an article of impeachment means that that member must be convinced that the president should be removed from office. The Constitution doesn't say that. The powers relating to impeachment are an essential check. In the hands of the body of the legislature against and upon the encroachments of the executive. The division between the two branches of the legislature, the House and the Senate. Assigning to the one the right to accuse and to the other the right to judge, the framers of this Constitution were very astute. They did not make the accusers and the judges the same person. We know the nature of impeachment. We've been talking about it a while now. It is chiefly designed for the president and his high ministers to somehow be called into account. It is designed to bridle the executive if he engages in excesses. It is designed as a method of national inquest into the conduct of public men. Superscript 2. The framers confided in the Congress the power if need be. To remove the president in order to strike a delicate balance between a president swollen with power and grown tyrannical. and preservation of the independence of the executive. The nature of impeachment, a narrowly channeled exception to the separation of powers maxim. The Federal Convention of 1787 said that it limited impeachment to high crimes and misdemeanors and discounted and opposed the term maladministration. It is to be used only for great misdemeanors, so it was said in the North Carolina Ratification Convention. And in the Virginia Ratification Convention, we do not trust our liberty to a particular branch. We need one branch to check the other. No one need be afraid the North Carolina Ratification Convention no. One need be afraid that officers who commit oppression will pass with immunity. Prosecutions of impeachments will seldom fail to agitate the passions of the whole community. Said Hamilton in the Federalist Papers, number 65. We divide into parties more or less friendly or inimical to the accused. Superscript 3 I do not mean political parties in that sense. The drawing of political lines goes to the motivation behind impeachment. But impeachment must proceed within the confines of the constitutional term high crimes and misdemeanors. Of the impeachment process, it was Woodrow Wilson who said that nothing short of the grossest offenses against the plain law of the land will suffice to give them speed and effectiveness. Indignation so great as to overgrow party interest may secure a conviction, but nothing else can.